Mitsubishi Evo 10 GSR. So let's just jump straight into it. My mod list includes a CB-RD BB kit full turbo. It's a 25G, Cal-Ford 214B cams, AMS FMIC with upper and lower intercooler piping, full turbo back, wide mouth, downpipe, AMS exhaust, and I'm going to do no edit, so just fumbles and whatever. Dealing through it, and I'll get fancy later, hopefully. Teal blow-off valve, turbo smart wastegate, agency power exhaust manifold, Cobb manual boost controller, Walbro 450, which is E85 compatible, and I'm currently running 91. Last week I was running E85, but just swapping it up right now. ID 1300cc injectors. I tossed the factory battery from Optima Red Top, so to me, I don't know, I got 32,000 miles out of the factory battery, which isn't very good, so I went big and I've had no issues since. I have a competition clutch stage 3 6 series, also mated with a competition lightweight flywheel. I have Sequence custom Alpha X engraved rotors. You can hit them up, they'll do anything. Super cool, guys. And then I mated those with Hawk HPS pads. My wheels are Firestone ES9 18 by 9.5, or excuse me, 18 by 10.5 plus 22. And I'm running no spacers, and I need that because I'm wrapped in a 275/35/18, which fits just perfect under my Victory Function 01 fenders. I waited a long time for these, and I absolutely love them. I think it was one of the cleanest exterior mods too in Evo. I'm super privileged to have them. You know, they take forever to get them, but once you got them, just send them off to paint, and then, you know, the fun begins. My tires are the Hankook V12s. They got, I think it's my second or third pair of these between a couple of my different colors, and they do great. And I live in Colorado, so I don't need snow tires all the time. When it does snow, we'll take the wife's Jeep. She has a Wrangler, so I basically drive this year round, except for on days that I don't want to risk it because people in Colorado suck at driving. All right, going on, let's see, I have the Eibach Pro Springs. I've had BC coilovers on my SRT Jeep, and I just wasn't a fan of how rough the ride is for Colorado roads. If you've ever been to Colorado, the way that they pave roads here, it's not normal. They just kind of like groove it and then lay a new layer over it. They don't strip it and do a new tarmac. I don't know, I'm not a road engineer, construction. Correct me in the comments below, whatever it's called. I don't do that. I don't do asphalt, I don't do gravel, whatever. But the springs, I can pretty much go most everywhere I need to go. Some places I have to be careful to avoid because I haven't rolled the rears yet, and I do rub, but I need to get on that. Let's see, other than that, I have a Squad, which is a local company, and his name is Matt. It's SKUAD, and I'll put a link to his account in the comments below. But he made me the front splitter, which is exactly how I wanted it designed. He also made me side skirt extensions, and then we're going to do a rear diffuser tray here in the next couple of weeks. He's currently getting ready to open his own shop, so be sure to check him out for some very nice pressed product. This is my second Evo 10. Like I said, this is a 2012. I had a white 2011 GSR when I was in the Army in Fort Lewis, Washington. When I got out of the Army, I sold that because I wasn't really sure about work and how finances were going to go after that, and I didn't want to risk credit for a car. I absolutely love that car. It was tuned by Aaron English Racing, and if you know anything about English Racing, they're basically at the top of any game, whether it's an Evo, a GTR, or anything. I think they're paired right now with ETS for the world's fastest Evo 10. I think it's in the 8s or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't looked at it in a bit. But I love the platform. I was out of it for 2-3 years. I had an 04 STI, I had a 09 335i BMW, I had another truck, which I've had a couple of, and then I had an SRT Jeep that boosted, built tranny. it was absolutely phenomenal. Made 668 at elevation, which is in Colorado Springs, 6,600 feet. So if you know anything about naturally aspirated cars at elevation, absolutely destroys them. You can't get all the pure potential out of a naturally aspirated vehicle like you can at sea level or just above. So I went big with that thing, and then it came time to basically, we had the Wrangler, I had the Evo, and I had the Jeep. The Jeep was an '07 with 72,004 miles on it, and it came time to really decide what we were gonna do. So basically I washed it and put it up for sale in a couple of hours. I had 2 people racing from north of Denver to come and pick it up, and away it went. But what really sucks is I miss that car a lot. There will never be another one like it. But in order to move forward with our lives, my wife and I made the decision that that was the vehicle that needed to go, because I did daily drive my Evo. She daily drives her Jeep. And when this is down, we share the Jeep, because I didn't really drive the SRT, because I took it out once a month, and really it wasn't fair to the build, because I could have put so much more, enjoyment in it, but I was afraid of it, to be honest, because when you're making that much power, you don't run around and race all these cars, and you're not the fastest guy on the block, because there is somebody else out there. But it really just put it in perspective that I don't want to build cars for anybody else and build cars for all this attention and Instagram and stuff like that. So I went back to the Evo platform, and I'm building this car for me. And I've had it for a year now, and I've got it where I want it. So I really there's a lot going on in my wife and I and our lives. So, and I've always wanted to start vlogging. I've always wanted to get into this. I watch the people, and all these people do really cool things. They get to go on trips and meet all these people, and fame and attention is cool for some people, but really, if I could share just a little bit of my knowledge with you and it could help somebody, then I'm doing my job. At least that's what I think. So my future plans for the car are, oh man, I want the Victory Function rear wide body so bad. I'd also like to go with a big crazy wing, just to basically piss people off that hate wings. I did remove my wing, and I plugged the holes, and I'm a huge fan of the Evo 10 wing, but with this setup, I left it on and pulled it off, and to me, it just makes this car look way more sleek. So that's why I went with the wingless look after the fenders, after the new wheels and the splitters and things like that, which is only about a month or so old for the fenders. Like I said, I am a 2012 Evo 10 GSR, and I have 44,000 miles on it, I think. So really not that much. Hasn't reached your full potential. I've done crazy stuff that people don't really, I don't know. Okay, the best way for me to word this is I pay attention to detail. Most people, they buy, these ARC or ACR, whatever it is, front mounts and intercooler piping and intakes, because they want all these fancy chrome brackets and all this fun stuff. That's just not for me. Actually, as soon as my buddy Jeremiah and I are done replicating, not really replicating, but building our own parts, I will be doing a custom Sidewinder kit for this turbo. So I'll be selling all my MS stuff, my manifold. We'll probably do a custom exhaust, because we'll be dumping out the hood. I want to go all out with this, but 110%, this will remain my daily driver. I don't care if I have to roll with a parachute on the back and I get pulled over all the time, because that's what, I don't know what crazy people think, but maybe I'm crazy and maybe I'm not. I've seen, I think the Evo's name is Vanessa, I could be wrong, it's a black Evo 8 or Evo 9, but I mean, that's rowdy. Just running around on drag radios all day, really just kind of, I want people to turn their heads and be like, that's a 4-cylinder, and I don't race people, I do pulls every now and then, okay? I don't want you to think I don't, enjoy my car, because I absolutely do, but in moderation. So I am almost 30. I'll be 30 here in, oh my gosh, 12 days, or whatever the number is. But I haven't had a ticket since I was 17. I've had, like I've said, boosted BMWs, 2 Evos, SRT8 Jeeps, which was boosted, trucks, STI, Caliber SRT4, Cobalt SS, oh my goodness, just all kinds of crazy cars, you know. And if you drive responsibly, you don't have to get tickets. You know, you don't have to be ridiculous because my insurance is stupid low because I've been with the same insurance company since I was 16 and I've built a rapport, you know, or however insurance works out. It makes me feel better to think that because I haven't had a ticket that, you know, they're a little more lenient on me. So anyway, I love this car. I do all my own work. My best friend Jeremiah, we met when we were just out of high school. We were roommates in Fairbanks, Alaska. We both lived in North Pole, grew up there for a couple of years, and then we moved to Fairbanks. And I had a '07 Cobalt SS at the time that I bought brand new off the showroom floor at the age of, I think I was 18 or 19. I was really good with my money, saved all my money, nothing crazy. Jeremiah had a Speed 3. We knew each other through, you know, the car club or whatever, but we didn't really know each other and never, you know, hung out, not even been to like a group dinner. And I was going to look at an apartment to rent, and he just happened to be coming down the road, and we started talking. He was like, oh, I got a spare room. He's like, I'm looking for a roommate. I was like, cool. So I moved in with him, and we've pretty much been friends ever since. And he was just my best man at my wedding here last month, and it was just absolutely phenomenal. He taught himself how to weld. He has been through, I think, like 4 Evo 8s and 9s. Like, he's had old body and new body STIs. Like, I mean, new body is on like the 2012. He has a 2012, or no, it might be newer. It might be like a 2015 Laramie Limited 2500 Mega Cab. It's beautiful. I love that truck. Oh my gosh. I can't own a diesel because basically how you would think I would drive my car is how I drive a diesel, but I drive this. Like, it's just, I don't want to risk it. I don't, oh my gosh. And I'll go into detail on some of the different things that I've done differently. But anyway, so we've been friends for a very long time. I was living in Washington, just getting out of the Army. He called me because after we moved to Georgia and I joined the Army, he went back to Alaska to work in the gold mines. And then he called me and said, hey, can you pick me up at the airport? My truck's being shipped to the port. I'm moving to Georgia. And I was like, no way, dude. Like, where are you going? He said Savannah, or excuse me, not Savannah, Georgia. Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I said, really? That's where I'm moving in like 10 days. So I went and picked him up, said what's up, stayed out for a couple of days, and then he drove down to Colorado, and then I met him down here just maybe a week or so later. And so he lives about 15, 20 minutes from me, so it's pretty sweet because Colorado Springs is spread out. You could be Colorado Springs, but it could be a 30, 40-minute drive, you know, which to some people, I love Seattle. I claim Seattle as home because I grew up in the military and I was military, so I don't really have that home of record, I guess. But I love this city, and so, whereas when you're from the country, you know, a 40-minute drive is what they're used to, but in the city, people complain like, oh, anything over 10 minutes, it's not worth my time. But anyway, a kid could live 2 hours away and we would still hang out every weekend. Yeah, kind of got off on a rant there, but side note, you will be seeing Jeremiah. He finally grew out a beard. I've had a beard for 3 years, so I'm very happy for him because he doesn't look like a child anymore. Like I said, I'll put up, you know, like some base shots and stuff like that and kind of let you guys check out what I do. I just finished a wire tuck. I replaced all the factory steel hoses, all the silicone hoses. So instead of running a 3-inch silicone hose off the intake manifold to a steel line, to this, to that, to this, it's all single hose. And it cleaned it up, it made it easier, and I don't got wires everywhere. I did the wire tuck. I tucked most of the hoses as best as I possibly could. What I mean by attention to detail though, like, which is probably where I left off earlier and got crazy with my rant, is all my couplers face the same way. They all mount the same way, they're all the same, and they all bolt the same way. You see these people, you know, with crazy amount of big name parts and all this stuff, but they don't take pride in the little thing. And to me, that's what makes a car. And another huge, a huge pet peeve of mine is the headlights. People who are wide body slammed, airbags, whatever your taste is, get rid of your chrome headlights. I'm sorry, but to me it's just not fancy, and it's just lazy. I do custom headlight work, so maybe that's why I pay more attention to detail on it. But just, you know, if you want your headlights done, hit me up. I try to, you know, we'll get into that another time. Maybe I'll do a couple of videos. I actually have Jeremiah's 370Z headlights over there, which he'd want those back any day now, but because we're best friends, I kind of take my time. Yeah, mostly because I'm doing my own thing. All right, so thanks for checking out my Evo. I'm sorry I ranted. Maybe I'll delete all that and just kind of pick up where I left off. But check out my channel. Comment, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Check out like my Snapchat and my Instagram. It's all the same, BRNDN EvoX. So Brandon, no A, no O, EvoX. My wife is texting me. Hey babe. All right, everybody, welcome to my channel. Have a great day.